The story begins with a warm scene on the road. The protagonist, Cale, is driving, chatting and laughing with his father in the passenger seat, while his mother's nagging comes through the phone. The sun is shining, and everything seems so perfect. However, fate is best at dealing a fatal blow when you least expect it. Cale is driving while answering the phone, and his attention is completely off the road. His father senses the danger and quickly takes the phone, telling him to focus. In those few seconds when Cale turns his head to talk to his father, the situation ahead spirals out of control. By the time he realizes it, the car has already flipped over on the side of the road. Before they can even catch their breath, a speeding truck from behind slams directly into them. Cale barely crawls out of the twisted wreckage, but his father stays in that afternoon forever. Nearly a year has passed, and that accident has completely changed Cale. The once sunny and cheerful boy is gone, replaced by a hot-tempered, troubled youth. He hides all his guilt and self-blame behind anger, confronting the world in the most intense way. In class today, Cale is caught sleeping at his desk by the teacher again. The teacher tries to give him some kind advice, saying his father is watching from heaven and surely wants him to pull himself together. This immediately ignites the rage in Cale's heart. Without a word, he throws a punch right at the teacher. If the classmates hadn't held him back, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Soon, Cale stands in court, and according to his long criminal record, he should have spent a year in juvenile detention. But considering he is under 18 and just suffered the loss of his father, the judge decides to give him a chance for redemption, placing him under house arrest for 3 months. Of course, this house arrest is no joke. An electronic monitor is strapped to his ankle, restricting his movement to a 100-foot radius around his house. If he crosses the line, the alarm goes off immediately and the police arrive. For a teenage boy, this is practically worse than prison. No phone, no internet, no gaming consoles. To punish him, his mother confiscated everything that could kill time. Every day, besides eating and sleeping, Cale can only stare out the window, and he starts observing the lives of his neighbors. The middle-aged man next door mows his lawn on schedule. The 3 bratty kids in the house opposite are peeping at things they shouldn't see. And there is a mysterious, lone man on the street corner who only comes home late at night. What captivates Cale the most is the new neighbor girl, Ashley, blonde with blue eyes and a tall figure, who sunbathes by the pool in the yard every afternoon. Cale racks his brain and finally succeeds in striking up a conversation with Ashley, and the two become acquainted. That night, Cale is watching TV as usual, and the news is reporting a series of missing person cases where multiple women have disappeared without a trace. According to witnesses, on the night one victim went missing, she was seen getting into a blue Ford Mustang with a visible dent on the left side. Cale didn't pay much attention at first, but when he glances out the window, he is completely stunned. His neighbor, that solitary middle-aged man, drives exactly a blue Ford Mustang, and there is indeed a prominent dent on the left side of the car. This is way too coincidental, and Cale's curiosity is instantly ignited. He starts monitoring the neighbor 24/7, and calls his best friend Ronnie over to help. They do some digging and discover that a similar case happened 3 years ago, and the killer is still at large. Just as they are having a heated discussion, Ashley comes over to swim again. They rush to watch her, but luck is not on their side this time. Ashley seems to sense something and comes straight to the door to confront them. Seeing that their peeping is about to be exposed, Ronnie thinks on his feet and quickly explains they aren't spying on her, but monitoring that suspicious neighbor, suspecting he might be the suspect from the news. Upon hearing this, Ashley's eyes widen. Compared to being watched, this kind of suspenseful investigation is clearly more exciting. She joins the surveillance team immediately, and the trio is formed, taking turns on watch to record every move of the neighbor. Soon they notice the neighbor has fixed the dented car, which makes them even more certain their judgment is correct. That night, the neighbor brings a red-haired woman home, and the 3 immediately set up the camera, ready to record any suspicious behavior. Through the window, they see the 2 dancing intimately in the living room, and the atmosphere looks quite harmonious. But in the next second, the neighbor suddenly pulls out a knife, and Cale's heart almost skips a beat, only to see the man just using the knife to cut the tag off his date's new clothes. It was a false alarm. Ronnie and Ashley feel there is nothing left to see and go home one after another. Just as Cale is about to go to sleep, he suddenly hears a woman's scream from across the street. He quickly picks up the camera to check, but accidentally triggers the flash. He hurriedly ducks down, and after calming his nerves, he picks up the camera again to check the situation. Just when Cale thinks something major is about to happen, the red-haired woman walks out of the neighbor's house and drives away, as if nothing had happened. Could it be that he is overthinking it? Of course, the story doesn't end here, and the real climax is yet to come. A few days later, while Cale and Ashley are getting intimate in the room, Ashley hears a noise outside and looks out to see the neighbor dragging a bulging large bag into the garage with dark stains on the bag. To find out what's inside, they decide to split up. Ashley is responsible for tailing the neighbor to observe his daily activities. Ronnie is responsible for sneaking into the neighbor's car to get the garage remote code, and Cale sits at the helm, staying in touch with them via phone. Things go smoothly on Ashley's side. She follows the neighbor to a store and sees him buy a shovel. There's no need to explain what that's for, right? But just as Ashley is about to continue her observation, her phone is knocked away, and when she looks up, the neighbor has vanished. Later, when Ashley is about to drive away, the neighbor suddenly stands in front of the car. He gets in the car and says in a gentle yet terrifying tone, "I'm a person who likes peace and quiet and doesn't like being disturbed. I hope we can be good neighbors." Ashley is terrified and returns to advise Cale and Ronnie to give up this dangerous plan. But since things have come this far, there's no way they can just quit, especially since Ronnie realizes he left his phone in the neighbor's car, and if it's found, the consequences will be disastrous. That night, Ronnie takes the camera and sneaks into the neighbor's garage again, while Cale watches the footage in real time on his computer at home, keeping the line open. Ronnie finds the phone quickly, but since he's already there, he has to see what's actually in that bag. He finds the bag in the corner, and as he gets close, an indescribable smell hits him. Just as he is about to open it, the garage door suddenly closes. Immediately, the screen shakes violently. Ronnie's scream is heard, and then the signal is cut. Cale ignores the monitor on his ankle and grabs a bat, rushing out of the house. The moment his foot steps past the 100-foot limit, the alarm blares, and by the time he reaches the neighbor's door, the police have arrived too. Cale desperately explains to the police that the neighbor is a suspect, and his friend is trapped in the garage. "If you don't believe me, go check his garage. There is a plastic bag with human remains inside." The police go in skeptically to search, but when the bag is opened, it turns out to be a deer hit by a car. The neighbor explains he accidentally hit it while driving and was planning to dispose of it later. Cale is stunned. Now it's even worse, adding trespassing and disturbing the peace to his record. To prevent Cale from facing harsher punishment, his mother goes to the neighbor's house in person to apologize. Meanwhile, Cale receives a message from Ronnie telling him to watch the TV. The TV screen shows an unconscious Ronnie, and Cale breaks down. But what makes him collapse even more is that the background of the footage is his own closet. He tremblingly opens the closet door. It turns out that all of that was just a prank by this kid. He slipped back during the chaos of the police search and purposely scared Cale. The real danger is just beginning. When Cale reviews the footage Ronnie took in the garage, he notices a chilling detail. The figure of the red-haired woman appears in a place it shouldn't be, while his mother is still in the neighbor's house. The following plot is arguably the most intense 20 minutes of the entire film. Just as the mother is about to leave, she is ambushed by the neighbor. Then the neighbor comes to Cale's house, gives Ronnie a punch, and heads upstairs to deal with Cale. Fortunately, Cale dodges in time. Cale knows that as long as he runs past the 100-foot limit, it will automatically trigger the alarm and draw the police. Unfortunately, he is eventually tackled to the ground by the neighbor and dragged back to the room. The neighbor plans to frame Cale for the murders of his mother and Ronnie. While forcing Cale to write a confession, Ashley arrives. This distracts the neighbor, and Cale takes the chance to hit him with an elbow strike. Then the two work together and make the neighbor fall down the stairs. After that, they return to the room, and Ashley helps Cale untie his restraints. Soon the neighbor recovers and finds them. With no other choice, the two jump straight out of the window to escape, luckily landing in the swimming pool. Cale's tracker malfunctions in the water, so he tells Ashley to call the police while he goes to save his mother. Cale soon reaches the neighbor's house and accidentally enters a room where he finds a wig and the red-haired woman's ID on the table. Only then does it dawn on him that the person driving away that night was actually the neighbor in disguise. At the same time, the police arrive, but the useless officer is quickly taken down by the neighbor. Meanwhile, Cale makes a new discovery. He finds a basement in the house, and inside are traces of murders everywhere. After walking for a while, he finds his mother, who is hanging in midair. Just as Cale saves his mother, the neighbor appears again. With an absolute advantage in strength, he quickly subdues Cale. Just as Cale is reaching the end of his life, his mother grabs a stiletto and stabs the neighbor. While the neighbor is reeling from the pain, Cale picks up a pair of large garden shears and kills him. With one final push, he shoves him into the sewer. Just like that, the neighbor's life is ended by the mother and son. Of course, they couldn't have done it without the help of Ronnie and Ashley. At the end of the story, Cale's house arrest ends early because he helped crack the case, and his relationship with Ashley blossoms during this terrifying adventure.